about your favorite writer that you worked with?
Favorite writers? You know, Jonte Austin. I don't know if you know the name.
Jonte Austin, yeah, sure.
Actually, I've known Jonte since he was 14, and I'm very proud of him and his skill. He's one of the fastest, most precise writers I've ever been around. I mean, he's so quick with the pen, writes right on his BlackBerry. And you think he's just texting someone, by the next, you know, you see him, okay, I'm ready. Goes in the booth and sings it right off the BlackBerry. I'm like, wow, this is really amazing. And I look at him like, sort of growth in him. Because at 14, he was, you know, singing some of my covers. An A&R brought him through. But he always had a good voice, but now he's even better. I'm like, wow, man. Now that's how you take the wing, take wings and fly. You do your thing, and he made it happen. And I couldn't be more proud of him.
And for those that don't know Jonte Austin, you need to check out his stuff. He's a great singer.
Great writer. I mean,
amazing.
He's done a lot of great records for Mariah Carey, J. Lodge. I mean, name it, huge records. And so, I think it's more so pride than just to see like almost like a student of mine come up and just make his own,
And what about producers?
He's good and passionate about it too.
Sorry, what's that?
He's very good and he's very passionate about it.
Okay. What about producers? Which producer were you most proud to have worked with and thought, wow, this piece of music is amazing?
I've worked with so many great producers. It's kind of hard to single out just one or two or team or like that. But I enjoy working with the Underdogs. I enjoy working with Brian Michael Cox, Teddy Riley. What's my boys who did all the Neo stuff? From Sweden. I can't think of their names.
Stargate?
Stargate, thank you. Incredible producers, man. I'm bad with names too. Just
no, it's all good.
I'm terrible with names, but I like to give out accolades, man. You know, give big pats on the backs of people who really deserve it. And those guys, they really work hard, and they focus on R&B, and sometimes people can get away from that and just want to do hip hop. Don't forget about us over here, man. You know, we still here.
Yeah. And going into the studio with somebody, who did you feel that you learned something? Who did you learn from the most? Like you worked with Dave Jam Hall on your first album. You did 2 tracks.
Right.
"Do Me," which is my wife's favorite track off that album. She loves that. And she'd just say, just keep hitting repeat, and we'll listen to it for like half an hour. And I'll be like, can we change the track? And she'll be like, no, one more time. So with Dave Jam Hall, like you work with people like that, Rodney Jerkins.
Yeah. Well, you know, me and Rodney, we all kind of started together. I mean, Dave Jam Hall was obviously a few years before me. But even during that time, when I was young, before I got into the scene, my whole thing was production and writing. So I was pretty much doing my own thing since day one. So I learned from my team that I had, you know, partners like Noel Bryan and Keith Miller.
Yeah. And
we were, you know, a production team together. And our first contract deal together, man, was 45 grand to spend. And these cats are getting crazy money now. I'm like, wow, how much you just got, $1 million? Oh man, that's incredible. And they haven't proven themselves, they haven't put out a record yet, they get $1 million. So for me, I was like, all right, look back, we worked hard just to get that 45 grand, but it did a lot for me. First thing I did with my half of it, my part of it, was I bought a recording studio. It was the best thing I ever could have done. Then I just kept learning how to produce, kept producing more, kept writing more, and just elevating my, you know, my craft.
So will you be working with other artists, like you did stuff with Menavision, for example, people like that? Will you be doing that? Because I think
I got a lot of people lined up right now. I mean, Keisha Coles has reached out to me. The Game, I just did a record with him. There's a lot of people reaching out to your boy right now, man. It's beautiful, and I think even more so after this album drops and they hear the production style and what my production is like, because I can do a lot of different styles of production. I can take it live, I can go sequence, whatever the case is. I've learned a lot, and I think the live production is way more phenomenal than any of this, because now you really get a feel for the music. You got your bass players, you got your live strings, you got your horn players. None of this synthesizer stuff, man. I want to take it back to that 70s.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait to put this bad boy out, man.
And let's see if you answer this correctly. This is for the Joe connoisseurs out there. There's one song you did that never made it onto plastic or on CD. What would that be? What's the name of that song?
All God's work was done the day He made you. One record that I did years and years ago, man. It was phenomenal. And probably it's the closest to a spiritual song that I ever written. How sad how shameful. But yeah, all God's work was done. God's work was done.
Just for the record, that was the right answer. See that?
One of my favorites.
And was that, who produced that one?
That was me.
That was you. You did a couple of tracks with Rodney Jerkins that didn't come out. What was?
Oh yeah, I did a record called "You the Man," which is another gospel. It was a tribute, gospel tribute album. You know, saying thank you to God, but in my own way, like you the man.
Okay.
You know, and never came out. Great record though.
Okay, no, definitely. I think I'd love to hear that at some point. What would you like to say to your fans on NJS4E.com?
Hey, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been following my career for now, what, 15, 16, maybe a little longer than that. It's been incredible, and I want to thank y'all for this incredible ride, because y'all been my inspiration, pushing me every step, coming to the shows, and making sure that y'all show the support, and show me that my music is really worth something, and worth making. Hey, I'm getting emotional now, so let's cut this out, man. So thank you very much, appreciate it.
One last thing, I know he's... Don't worry, it'll be all right.
So
one last thing. Why did you call yourself Joe? Why not Joe Thomas?
Simplicity was always the key for me. You know, not to be too something that I'm not. Coming up with some sort of facade name, Joe this or Mr. that. You know, I just wanted to be myself, man. You know, and I think because of that, people got a chance to feel the music a little bit. And I think people get caught up into sales and trying to sell records. I think that's important, you gotta eat and everything, but come on, man. I think the reality of it is it that important? Because it's music that we're trying to, someone's heart to be touched, or someone's relationship that may be saved by a lyric. It could be anything. Yeah. And to put an amount on it, it's too priceless to me. To really look at it as in dollars and cents.
Okay. And from my take on that, the reason why he's called Joe is because he's so humble. Now, for those of you that are watching this, you can see for yourself. Joe, thank you very much.
My pleasure, fam.
Take it easy.
Always. No doubt, no doubt.